Hi, Dave with the Dave Friedman team here. I hope you're doing great. A lot of people have asked how 2023 wrapped up and what happened in 2024 for January. And so here's an update for everybody. Similar to the rest of the country, 2023 transaction sales were down in Charleston about 15% as compared to 2022. However, January of 2024 is off to an even better start of what January of 2023 is. So we're already starting to see growth in the market here, which is fantastic. Part of the reason it contracted and lost about 15% in transactions is because rates went all the way up into the mid eights, peaking out at about October 2023. Since then, they've come down, and we've seen them around 6.5%. And that's part of the reason that the market is still picking back up again. Now, despite the fact, as far as a company update with Dave Friedman team, despite the fact that transactions were down 15% in the Charleston market, our team grew by 25%. And what that means is that we had 25% more transactions year over year. As compared to the market, though, we grew about 40%. And that's huge. And I just want to say thank you to all of our clients that helped support us through that growth. And a lot of the growth happened because when things get tough in the market and when people become uncertain, they turn to the experts. When the market was super hot and rates were very low and everybody was very optimistic about what was going to happen, people generally just go out and work with any other realtor that they find. And what's happened in the market is people are turning their attention back to the professionals that are seasoned in the market and people that they trust as experts, and they're not working with the one-off agents anymore. So we've seen a lot of realtors getting out of the industry, more than I've ever seen before. The last time I saw it like this was about 2008, because it's hard for them to find business because savvy buyers and sellers are turning to the experts in this kind of market. Now, we do anticipate to see a few more rate reductions throughout the year, which I think will make the market grow, and I anticipate double-digit appreciation numbers. And unlike other parts of the country that probably aren't going to do that well, Charleston is still going to fare very well. Part of that is because of our local economy is doing great. Breeze Airways announced its return nonstop summer seasonal destinations between Charleston and Los Angeles. They're also going to have nonstops to the Bahamas and Mexico, which means that they're expanding the terminal to have an international lounge and start those direct flights, which means that Charleston will become a connection for a lot of people, which I anticipate several day layovers for people making that connection. And the airport in general set a record with more than 6 million travelers in 2023. Tesla's opening up a new regional distribution center. Baywood Hotels plan to develop a 117 guest room on 4 floors in Nexton, which is in Somerville. It's a huge neighborhood that has about 10,000 homes. Redwood Materials, a producer and recycler of batteries and components of batteries for electronic vehicles, announced they're breaking ground on a facility that's about a $3.5 billion investment, and it's over a 600-acre parcel in Berkeley County. It's estimated that more than 1,500 people will be employed there within the next 10 years or so. A lot of other great announcements were Switzerland-based provider of advanced drug technology and solutions is building a $150 million facility in North Charleston. And there are a lot more affordable housing projects that are going into the community, which is much needed with how expensive prices have gotten and also rents. So that's a great update as far as the local economy goes. And it's a lot of job growth. It's going to bring a lot of people in, which is going to create more demand. Couple that with the fact that rates are coming down, creating more demand. And the fact that there is still very limited inventory means that we're going to see a lot of appreciation this year. So what a lot of savvy buyers are doing, and what this means for you and even the seller, is they're going out and buying right now because they know they can lock in today's price before it appreciates another 10%. Rates might be a little high, but they know that they can refinance in a year or two. And we have great programs right now that have introductory rates at 2.99% with options to refinance for free in the future if you're interested in that. And if you're a current homeowner and you're thinking about selling and you're thinking about moving up in your price point, it makes a lot of sense to do that sooner rather than later, because if you move up, that higher price point is going to become much more expensive, where 10% increase on a $500,000 home is $50,000. And if you're in a $30,000 home currently, and you get that 10% bump, you're only gaining $30,000 in appreciation versus the $50,000 in that more expensive home. So if you move up in price point, that appreciation number becomes a lot bigger. where again, that price that you buy it for is locked in, that interest rate's going to fluctuate and you can refinance later. So I wouldn't wait for rates to come down, because if you wait till rates to come down, that's when everybody's going to be out of the woodwork already and prices are just going to be much more expensive by then. So if you're a seller moving up, I think now is the time. If you're a buyer that's looking to buy just in general, I wouldn't wait. But if you have any questions about any of this, I'm happy to explain further. We can model some of these examples out based on your personal situation. So thanks for watching. And if you need anything, don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks.